Investigators say they have finally solved a young Army private, 4 months pregnant, discovered dead in her barracks. Her family never giving up hope the case would be solved. And now authorities say they found her killer.
We just looked at each other like, did we just hear what he just said?
This morning, a break in a decades-old cold case, an arrest in the murder of a pregnant young soldier beaten and strangled on a U.S. Army base in Germany 21 years ago. 19-year-old Private Amanda Gonzalez was 4 months pregnant and stationed in Germany when she didn't report for duty Monday, November 5th, 2001. Soldiers broke down the door to her room to find her on the floor of the barracks, officials ruling it a homicide by asphyxiation.
That knock on the door happens.
Yeah.
And that's a parent's worst
nightmare.
Her family, for 21 agonizing years, asking questions and getting no answers as investigators made no arrests.
And it was just the same call once a week. I'd get a call, answer it, I'm you, okay? Saying it was the same story. It was like a recording. Every time we go visit her graveside, I tell her, I'm not giving up. I am not giving up.
But then that break, the Justice Department naming the suspect Shannon L. Wilkerson, a former armed forces member arrested in Florida Thursday, now facing 1 count of first-degree murder in the death of Amanda Gonzalez and up to life in prison if convicted. Wilkerson has pled not guilty.
There is no statute of limitations for murder. To charge somebody in federal court with murder, you have to have a fair amount of information and evidence to show that you could win this case in a trial.
Officials say Wilkerson was an active duty soldier in 2001 and was later discharged. Private Gonzalez's murder, just one of many examples of violence against women in the military. Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen murdered in 2020, sparking nationwide calls for reform within the Army. Gonzalez's grieving mother, Gloria, leaning on Guillen's family to get through this difficult time.
I spoke to her mother and, she just went over everything with me. And I told her, don't give up, keep going.
And at this point, the investigation continues into a motive for the murder. Wilkerson scheduled to be in court this week, but hard to believe because this girl was 19 years old when she died 21 years later. A development in this case.